Welcome back, guys. Just go ahead and check this one really quick. Alright, welcome back to our communitygaming.ca tournament here at the Microsoft Store in Chinook. I'm Alexander OPL Shambo. Joining me for the cast, for this game at least, is going to be Jacob Peanut Ligo. How you doing today, Jacob?
I'm doing fantastic. I was able to play in the previous game, and it was really, really cool. Just volume a little bit. So yeah, we've actually been able to do a lot of tournaments the past few weeks, and it's actually finally cool to be in one.
Yeah, it's always nice to actually be able to come out and play, actually able to try it out. And here in a live setting especially, looks like we got bans starting up right here. So on the side of CEL right now, they go ahead and ban out the Yorick as well the Lulu and the Brand. Really only meta ban there is the Lulu. Again, the shields keep you alive. Meanwhile, on the right side here on ties, we have Ivern, a very popular pick, actually is able to keep teams alive as well as provide CCs. Actually a little bit ridiculous. He did receive a minor nerf where he's not able to hide the dragon or the baron inside of his bushes. That was actually something that was ridiculous in competitive play. As well as this Shizwani also getting banned out as well. Got a little bit of a rework, is actually considered a little too powerful after the minor changes. And we have an Ari getting picked on the side of CEL.
Yeah, talking about the bans, it's really interesting because Ty, they played in the last game, and Sejuani and LeBlanc were both played in that game. LeBlanc was able to do. LeBlanc had real fancy footwork during one of the team fights. It was pretty slippery to go after, and he definitely got fed in that one. So just removing it just eliminates that threat for them.
And again, two super tanks getting locked in on the side of. Looks like actually we had a little bit of mix-up here with the production. So actually, Ty is on the blue side. Meanwhile, CEL is on the red. So we will go ahead and adjust that really quickly. Isn't too hard to do.
Yeah, but yeah, you were talking about two super tanks on the side of CEL. CEL. Yeah, CEL on this one. It will provide their team with a lot of peel, a lot of body blocking, and that's pretty important for especially if Warwick's going to throw himself at your carries. Then you definitely want someone tanky enough to stop them.
Yeah, as that Shen goes ahead and get locked in as well. It's going to be allowing for those teleport shields coming out, allow the roams. With that Warwick, actually, you can go ahead and ult that Warwick while he's jumping into the enemy team. If you time it just right, Shen will pop out just behind him. Then you can taunt whoever you're going to go ahead and land on. You don't want to land taunt the exact target that the Warwick is going for. So that's one thing they have to be a little bit concerning, as the Lucian and Lux getting locked in on the side of CEL.
Yeah, so okay, that's pretty good though, because if they're able to peel for the Lucian, they have Lux for a long range mage there, and Zyra as well. So they actually have a pretty good team fight here if they can get themselves set up properly with their tanks in front and their carries in the back. Zyra, very good disengage in case they ever have to go for. If they ever have to leave a fight, and Nautilus good for engage because this is a very mobile team on the side of Ty. Almost everyone on that team has a dash or an escape just to get away from people, and Soraka's there in case they need the extra health if a fight goes bad.
Yeah, it's going to be really an explosive mid lane in the Ari and Lux matchup. It's really much whoever goes ahead and get ahead in that matchup, it will actually be able to roam, provide the extra damage in the additional lanes. One big difference is the exhaust on Lux. Meanwhile, on the side of Ty, they actually don't have an exhaust, which is a pretty big one when you go into a Lucian matchup as well. Allows to mitigate some of that damage. We are going to go ahead and enter our spectator delay. It'll be coming up here quite shortly, as we have to now wait a couple minutes for our spectator client to catch up on bat.
I find it interesting that Ezreal does not have the heal. It's the Soraka, and Ezreal opts to go with the barrier for this one. I don't know if that was a misclick or anything, but
I doubt it was because B1 actually took the barrier on the Lucian in the previous game. I didn't see it really work out for him, so I do question that with you as well. I prefer heal in that. I know barrier, I think it was at the start or end of Season 6, where it was more popular than heal because it just did more. I still prefer the heal because it allows you that extra movement speed boost as well as you get to keep the health rather than barrier where it does mitigate a little bit extra damage, like 20 damage at level 18. You don't actually get to keep it. I think that's a big difference between the two.
right. And I remember when there were some summoner changes that went through. I think it was about the time when exhaust was adjusted. There was a time when I saw the ADC pick up the exhaust and the support was picking up the heal. It was pretty weird, and it only happened for about a day or so. But it was pretty interesting because people were talking about it, like theory crafting, but it just, no leverage, and it's hasn't really changed until today.
I've seen it with like a really roaming support like a Bard where you are going to get locked into those either 1v1s or a 1v2. So it's always a nice thing to allow you to slow down the damage output coming from the enemy team right there. So we'll have to see how well that works out for them.
I think it's going to be some pretty exciting games here.
Actually,
Yeah.
you guys' last game was pretty close. I wasn't expecting that. You
Yeah.
guys had a lot of close fights, considering Slapchop did get ahead pretty early. But that LeBlanc was able to just roam around the map, output so much damage. A nice little thing I just noticed, it's actually going to be a Nautilus jungle.
All right, flipping
So-
the switch there.
I haven't seen a Nautilus jungle in a very long time.
Yeah, but he definitely has gank potential there because once he gets level 6, it's basically a guaranteed knock up, and if Lucian can follow up Zyra, especially with her CC, able to lock them up and just burst them down, it can be very effective.
Yeah, you do have two tanks on the side here of CEL, and that's, I think, a very big thing, because Ezreal's going to have to build so much DPS, get that board, get that last Whisper armor pin going on for him. As it's a very particular thing that you do need, especially when you're going ahead into these two tanks. I don't know if you'll have the DPS to really deal with it. It really depends if Nautilus can go ahead, get some gold for himself, and really try and get ahead, as we are going to go ahead and load into the game. So we're going to switch on back to our nice, beautiful loop. I love
Excellent.
this loop.
So how's your day going there, OPL?
It was a little stressful when we first got in here, so I'm happy how it is going right now. I
it's
can't
coming in pretty
complain
smoothly.
too much, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I think it's running pretty smoothly after we got through a couple hiccups. We had a pause in our first game. I don't think we even broadcast it. But now that we got everything going, I think the tournament's going by really quickly. I'm having fun as a gamer and participating here in broadcast, so very exciting for this one to pan out here. As we load onto the Rift here, we got once more, we have Ty on the left and Ty on blue side and CEL on red side.
And there we go. We're going to go ahead and get directly into the game here at the Microsoft Store. Again, I believe this is actually our third match. A lot of the matches are going pretty fast, which is always exciting to see, as, again, both teams actually Ty right now setting up as a 5-man unit, going straight up toward that, actually to that river brush right now. Pings are coming out. Lucian and Lux have set up themselves in the brush behind the blue buff, so might be looking to see if they can spot out a possible invade. Actually, here comes the movement now from Ty.
I don't think they were spotted.
There is the ward coming out from Lux, and that's a big one, though, able to prevent the rest of the team from being spotted. And the Zyra almost landing there with the grassy moves, but it isn't going to be enough.
Yeah, it looks like Shen's just going to break off there. He does get his one CS there with that kill there on the wood. So, plus there for their side.
A couple of unique things as well as we do see a Doran shield, which did get a little bit reworked as well in the recent mid-season patches. We can see it restores 6 health per second, allows basic attacks to actually deal a little bit more extra damage to minions. And it has kind of a built-in Spectre's Cowl mini passive, so if you do get some damage, you actually regen a little bit of the health back, which is actually really nice in a lane that you might get poked out of. Again, it's a Cho'Gath for Shen, so you shouldn't see a lot of trading until you hit around that level 4, level 6 mark, in which Cho'Gath can try and force the kill if he can. But Shen should be able to play pretty fastly as we get on into the game right away.
Yeah, I don't think Shen used his potion, but if he didn't, then he did opt to go with just the 1 potion start as opposed to Cho'Gath's 2 potion start there. I highly doubt that he used it during the encounter there in the jungle on the red side jungle there. But yeah.
As we're waiting right now, a little bit of trading, going to go ahead into that mid lane Slayer. Taking some damage from Chopper up in that top lane. Shen does have a little bit of advantage in that matchup, just having that extra damage on that Q when he does use it. Allows him to trade very well. Evil Slayer right now, again, gotta be careful going against that Shen. Not really trading back though, but Cho'Gath has a lot of sustain built into that kit with that passive, so that it does allow him to be very well. Level 2 does get hit first by the bot lane of CEL, but they're not able to really do much with it as the minion wave was pushing.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna even out here once the wave crashes over onto their side of the tower. So, looks about even on all counts here. Blue side is pushing a little bit as we get some harass up in the top lane. But yeah, CS is where it should be. Both junglers are basically mirroring each other. Nautilus hasn't taken his red buff yet, whereas Warwick is kind of hanging around out in the topside river there.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and pick up that Scuttle Crab as well, and that's a big difference right now. As Nautilus kind of went for a full clear on his blue side, is gonna back immediately. If Warwick had this information, if there was a ward put down anywhere in that jungle, he could have actually went immediately in.
Looking
but it looks
at
like,
Lux.
yeah, looking at Lux. Lux is the charm is not gonna connect right now. He's gonna flash him directly in. The Fear does not land accordingly. It is forcing the flash out from that Lux. She's going to go ahead and try and stay in lane, try and soak up some farm before she has to go back for sure. Pirate King, though, burns that Ignite as well as the flash, and he does not capitalize on the kill, while Lux still has this exhaust.
So yeah, if she's able to actually get out of this without dying, Lux does come out ahead there in Summoner Spell. She maintains her pressure there because she's so long range, but she does have less mana in the process of that one.
Tracer right now does land the snare down that bot lane on that Zyra. Again, running a little low on mana on the side there as, ooh, Eventer, you gotta be very careful against this Ezreal. Again, can just go ahead, either flash or arcade shift directly and land that Q with an audio, would likely kill him or at least force a heal out of him. So, never want to have to rely on a heal if you're in a trade, especially when you're that low, but it looks like he's starting to regen back up with that Doran's Blade.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at the top lane matchup here, Shen is having his way, and he's able to do that because he had.
Oh, a lot of damage coming down here as the Ezreal goes ahead and goes directly on into that one. Is not going to be able to follow up the kill on the Q right now. He is being burned down as Zyra going to pick up the kill. That's 2 kills now for the bot lane of CEL as an unfortunate twist there as Ezreal's not able to pick up the kill. Barriered in, wasn't able to do a whole lot.
Yeah, it was definitely unfortunate there. He did go in both times thinking that he could, but he just didn't have the damage, and Lucian was able to just get away there, leaving him alone with the full health Zyra, so really he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go, and that's why you don't really want to arcade shift or flash in, because that is your only escape if it does go wrong. Lucian was able to survive with the help of his heal and that flash to get out of auto range at the very end there, did not go down to any more ticks that were coming out right now.
Yeah, and on the other side, Soraka was burst down so fast she wasn't able to use her heal, so at this point it's not the best choice, but let's see how well they utilize it in the future of this one.
And especially as an Ezreal going against a Lucian right now, where he does have a little bit of advantage on you, he is going to get that Bork before you have really any damage items coming out on your side, because again, you have to buy that tier really early, you have to really scale up, you don't have that sheen yet. And that's kind of the downside when you go with this blue build Ezreal, or even just a tier Ezreal for that matter. It doesn't have to be just all blue. As Eventer going to go ahead and dash out the range of that Q.
Alright, so what you just saw on the screen there, if you look around, this is the new coin quest. Either blue coins or gold coins are going to drop, but here's a fight in mid lane.
Yeah, in mid lane, Lux does get charmed up right there, but Pirate King just looking to get some chunks there. Does have the level 6, and that's a big one. Actually, it turns gets chunked out by that Q. Is going to go down there. Exhaust used a little too late, and Lux is going to go down there where Pirate King is able to pick it up. Meanwhile, up in top lane, Slayer does not actually connect with that silence right there. Getting chased down here by Chopper is likely going to get out with his life, but a positive trade up in that top lane on the side of top.
Yeah, props to the solo laners here of Team Tai. The top lane and the mid lane able to have their way with their opponents, and Ari able to get the kill without it with the summoner down.
Yeah, Slayer right now taking a decent chunk of damage, has to flash out to survive in this one. Did not want to have to get taunted out yet again or slowed there by the Shen.
Both top laners here haven't backed yet, so they aren't able to basically use the... Well, Shen isn't able to use his advantage of gold here. He might... No, he looks like he's going to stay for this one. It's a big wave.
It's a big wave. Actually, they're going to go ahead and dive onto the Cho'Gath. It's Lazy going to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, in that bot lane, Lucian going quite aggressive, but it is a Soraka able to heal up a lot of the damage he outputs, even with those stacks up. So in the end, that's the one thing. You have to kind of kill the Soraka before you can kill the ADC, because she will always be able to top him up if necessary.
In the last game, it was very hard to go against the Soraka.
Ooh, this is a very aggressive jump in coming in from Lucian. The silence field not able to last. The flash taunt is going to pick up the kill with the help of Soraka there. Now 3-2 on the side of Tai, able to make some changes and get gold back into this bot lane.
Yeah, not only that, they were able to get the flash out of Zyra, and so yeah, Cho'Gath actually TP'd to his top lane, so he was not able to follow the Shen, and Shen only used his ulti, so he still has to TP up. So they are going to be able to make some global plays here if they want it, and Rift Herald's going to be spawning in 2 minutes, so that might be something they want to look at. Otherwise, they have Mountain Break to look at as well.
Yeah, right now, again, trading here in the mid. Lux down a significant amount of gold right now, down almost 25 CS. Is going to avoid that charm, but has to be a little bit careful. And this is kind of where you're picking up some gold here, as up in that top lane, Shen has actually been able to get a decent sized CS lead with that wave pushing toward him as well. Does have that Cinder Hulk to help him clear it out. As well there, you can see Ari right now has that kill as well as the gold advantage, 20 CS. And the Israel, though, it's just a little bit of a farm advantage. It is one about sitting at 5.
He was behind a bit earlier.
Charm comes out as well as that taunt right now, and Cho'Gath kind of just accepting his fate. He's going to try and run away there. Chopper, though, likely to give over the kill onto Pirate King, as Ari now up 2-0 in her lane, is now starting to help the other lanes. So that's a big part of this team comp in order for it to work. Lux trading very well there. Not going to pop the final spark, though, as B1 and Alun in this bot lane, just clearing out minions underneath their tower. Yeah,
so it was unfortunate that Cho'Gath wasn't able to land his knock up there, because he was able to block quite a fair ways before actually biting the dust there. So just unfortunate on that end. That one.
On the moment right now. Actually, Pirate King's going to go ahead and instantly flash Charm, is going to try and pick up the kill onto Lux. It will be, as she goes down. Pirate King now up 3-0 and 0 at the moment, and that's a big amount of gold sitting on their mid laner, and that's going to be able to, again, put pressure into the other lanes if they want to. Cullen comes out, they're going to try and snare up at this. Soraka right now, heal is burned as well. There's the flash, but Lucian has so many stacks right now, he's actually able to fight. Ult comes in and actually Shen's TP'd down in here, not able to land the taunt onto Zyra, though. Looks like they should be able to get away with this. Actually, the dive might be coming through right now, trying to finish off the kill. It might not be enough, and Harry goes down. Ezreal is not going to actually be able to get juked out there by the Lucian, so they actually pick up 2 kills in the end on this tower dive. Tai kind of overstepping their bounds, and Lucian's going to be able to get away scot-free.
Yeah, very well played here by the bottom lane of Team CEL. Not only were they able to get 2 kills, but they were also able to get rid of Shen's teleport advantage there that they had, so really good play under their tower.
Unfortunately, Lux, though, is going to get taken down here, likely by the Warwick. Warwick missing his ult just a little bit there, but there's so much damage coming out of Pirate right now. Has that lost shaft to finish as well as an amp toad. He's able just to output so much.
Yeah, honestly, if they're able to play around this mid lane here, just because Lux is immobile and there's no one helping him, and there's such a huge gold advantage here. It's over about 15k, no, not 15k, 1.5k lead for Ari in terms of gold. It's going to continue.
Tracer goes ahead and jumps straight on into that. Lazy, though, is going to survive there from the stand coming out from Shen up in that top lane. Lucian not able to pick anything up, and they're looking at maybe doing this Mountain Drake, which will help them siege towers, and it's a really nice start to the Drake cycle. Meanwhile, right now, a fight breaking out here. Pirate Cake is going to try and make something happen. Sure, actually was able to pick up a decent chunk of damage. Culling does come out right now. Slayer going down very low is not going to do. Actually will go down there to Bwin, who has actually finished that pickaxe. Ezreal does come out there, and they actually pick up 2 kills in the end onto this Ezreal, as well as the Mountain Drake. Waiting here right now. We will be getting back into it quite shortly. Just figuring out an audio issue.
Alright, and looks like, yes, we are back into this one here. So what we just saw was a fight over Dragon that we're good?
Yeah,
okay.
You're good, you're good.
That I believe, yes, so Team Tide was able to get that first Dragon there, Mountain Drag, and a few kills on the backside of that one as well.
Right now, Zyra trying to look for a catch there. Is not going to find Shen, as he's right now hiding in that. Ari Charm does come out right now. Nothing's going to connect. And at the moment, Ty actually has a very nice gold lead, sitting at almost 5,000 gold. So maybe looking to keep up the pressure here. Rift Herald is on the table, and if it is used properly, can really snowball games out of control, really force the team to, again, turtle down in their base if it's able to pick up an inhib tower.
Yeah, but as we saw in last game, it's all about placement there for the Rift Herald. If you do not place him in the right spot, he just dies real quickly, because he is a weaker version of himself outside of the pit when he is used to try to push those towers down. And it's a huge waste because he does so much damage, especially with his first hit on those towers.
Yeah, that's kind of why you have to group around him, or at least have a decent size minion wave to have him her push with. Actually, it is a her, actually.
Yes, it is confirmed, just like Rek'Sai.
Yeah, just like Rek'Sai, is a her. If she is able to get into a lane with a lot of minions as well as a lot of champions to help her support, she can actually burn through those towers so fast. It's actually a little bit ridiculous. As Slayer right now falling very far behind in gold, only has almost getting out CS by double right now from this Shen. Main rail, Nautilus has come on up to answer, but we haven't seen a whole lot of Nautilus right now. Has just been kind of farming the jungle and not really able to pick up anything for his team as well as support.
That's really unfortunate, because he is 2 levels down, about 20 CS behind. I'd love to see more pressure coming from Nautilus, just because he provides so much CC to his team. If they're able to pick up a catch there, hopefully maybe on Soraka or something on the bot lane, as this keeps going.
It might not matter here right now, as Pirate King's going to go ahead and take out the Lux. Final Spark was not able to be completed there, so able just to walk out. Doesn't even have to burn a flash, just to ignite. Was able to catch out this Lux. This Lux now 0-5-0, having a little bit of trouble. Almost double the CS coming out from this Ari, who has that Morello finish as well as the sword shoes. So a lot of gold sitting in her inventory as well, 1,000 there with the gold, as well as maybe taking this tower. Yeah,
it's definitely looking like a mismatch here in the solo lanes. It looks like the hope of CEL is going to rest on their bottom lane, who is performing at a pretty good pace. They are just a little bit behind on CS in their lane, but as we saw, they are able to perform, especially in those high-risk plays, so we're definitely going to have to see more of that if they want to come back.
Slayer right now trying to pick up some farm, but is just getting punished by this Shen. Goes down to about half health. Two levels right now, just having a lot of trouble. Bwin now has finished that Shen as well, so it's gonna, or not Shen, Sheen. They are looking though of trying to take this Rift Herald at the moment, as Shen gonna go ahead and come on down. Luxo just gonna get instantly obliterated. Actually will escape with her life. Heal did come out there from the ADC, but it's not enough to really dissuade them from this Rift Herald, as they're gonna go ahead and pick it up. Pirate King gonna go ahead, ult on in, charms this Zyra as well. Shen ult does come out there, has to flash away, but here comes the Warwick from the side. They're gonna pick up the kill. A double taunt coming out there from Shen, as Inventor is likely to go down there. A double kill with the smite coming out there. Nautilus going to get burned down as well. That is a triple kill coming out for this Warwick, and they are looking to push down to the inhib with this Rift Herald. This is so much damage that comes out from this, again, objective, that it is just insane to try and deal with and to keep up the pressure here. The Rift Herald trying to get in range is going to go ahead and smack directly onto that tower. That is a lot of damage. That tower now taken down all the way at the moment, and they're likely going to pick up an inhib with this Rift Herald. Charm does come out onto the Cho'Gath. Root is able to keep him alive. It doesn't matter though. Pirate King going to pick up the kill yet again, and Rift Herald just ripping through this inhibitor. Root does land onto the Warwick right now. Lucian is going to try and deal with it. Here comes the final spark. Soraka just able to live there. They're not able to pick up anything. The Zyra ult does come out here.
Rift Herald is also down.
Yeah, Rift Herald did go down there, but they did pick up an inhibitor, and that's such a big blow at 17 minutes. And look at this push coming in from the bot lane with the Sheen. Ezreal can just tear through this if he wanted to.
Yeah, so that, as we saw there, that is the power of using your Rift Herald as a 6th ally there. They're in only 17 minutes, only the 17-minute mark, they are able to go right into the base and take an inhibitor. And look at this, they're 10k ahead in gold over CEL.
So CEL right now is going to be forced to turtle in their base, try and figure out what they can do, but this is all you can, as Super Minion's going to go ahead and push down, and they are decently hard to clear. Actually, Cho'Gath already ults them, so it's trying to, again, keep this from pushing in too much at the moment, but they are looking to maybe pick up this next Water Drake that has just spawned, try and get an objective back, but your 10k gold, it's really hard to get back into this one.
And Team Tai can see you going there. They put a pick board down. They got teleport coming in.
TP is coming on right now. Looks like it is going to go over to the Ahri. Pirate King able to steal the Drake in the pit. Slayer is going to get taken down here. Nautilus, you're in a very bad fight. He's going to get taken down.
Away.
Ahri just carrying the team on her back at the moment. Lazy going to pick up the kill, and this is just an absolute cleanup coming here from Tai as they steal that Drake.
So, yeah, really unfortunate there. They were under vision, so it was very unadvisable. Even though they had a better position, they are, yes, as you said, 10k gold down. So it's very dangerous to enter any 5v5 fight, even maybe a 4v5 fight. And that's exactly what happens when they're so overpowered.
Again, take now the 5th tower of the game here for Tai. Pushing down onto this bottom inhib tower. This is a really hard one. You can't really defend it too well here, as you have a Sheen Ezreal that's going to tear down. Culling does come out. They're looking to, again, keep it up, rooted underneath tower right now. Soraka is able to silence, though.
Oh boy,
keep him very alive.
Look how much damage that Warwick was taking there. He was hit by the Zyra stun, and he was also getting hit by the Culling. But really, there's no damage going on to him.
And they can just keep on pressuring this bot tower. Actually, all 5 members here of CEL are trying to keep this tower alive, but Super Minions are pushing in that mid lane. Meanwhile, up in top lane, though, Chopper is just kind of having free reign right now and is going to take down this tower up in top lane, the first tier tower. Meanwhile, here we go in that bot lane. Soraka gets caught out, and that's a nice one. They are able to pick one up, but it doesn't mitigate the fact they're going to lose another tower up top, and they're going to go down even more gold.
Yeah, it's just like standing gold up there for the top lane, but I don't think they need it. If they just ride these waves here, they should be able to make it a clean finish here. That's a nice hook.
Get the hook onto Ezreal, but look at that damage coming out from this Ahri. He is so far ahead. Warwick ult does not land there. They're going to pick up the tower here, and Pirate King is able to just have free reign in this base right now. They do pick up the kill onto Warwick. Now a double kill coming out from B1. He's in a 1v1 with Lucian. He is likely going to lose this one, as Slayer is likely going to go ahead and get taken down. Oh, Pirate King is going to go into now this 2v1. Charms the Lucian right now. Is going to dodge him. It's not going to be enough there as Pirate King, and it looks like a DC possibly coming out from Cho'Gath. And now Pirate King and them get that ace and are looking to finish this game off by getting yet another inhibitor. And look at this base right now on the side here of CEL. You lose another tower at the moment, as Nautilus doesn't have the ability to clear this one out. Does get the hook onto Pirate King, though. Redemption is coming out. Here comes the ult comes in, but look at the amount of heals coming out from the Soraka from across the map. They're now looking to finish off this inhibitor with the Ari here. Again, that extra AP scaling that does come out. And able to clear out that wave. It might not be enough here. Pirate King lands the charm onto Zyra, takes half her health away. Might have to consider backing off here right now, but does have the Murillo to keep up the mana regen. Of the 22 kills, has been involved in 20
Oh boy, yeah.
of his team. He has so much gold at the moment, and looking to now clean up this final outstanding tower for CEL at the moment. They only have one tower left on their Nexus, keeping up the pressure.
This one's going to be their last stand here. If CEL is going to do anything, it's got to have to be now, because it looks like, yeah, they have one tower remaining. They have to protect their last inhib. It's do or die here, and it looks like it's not going to be anything more than die, as that Nexus tower is being
pelted on. Actually, Pirate
boy.
King's gonna flash on in. He lands the charm, does get snared there by the Lux, but it isn't gonna be enough as B1 able to pick up the kill with that ultimate running through the team. Beautiful silence field coming up. Beautiful taunt as well. That is a double kill here for that Ezreal. Now a triple kill coming out on the end. It's gonna be not the Quadra as Lorik steals it, and that will likely be the end here as Tai are looking to advance here and keep up the rebound after the last game they just lost. Now going 1-1. That's your game as CEL are taken down here by Tai.
There you have it. They had dominant lanes in the top and mid. They were able to come back there in the bottom side, but Lucian and his bot lane there on the side of CEL doing very good to try to stem the tide. Unfortunately, not enough.
And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break as we get the next two teams set up here. So do stick around. We'll be right back after the short intermission.